We're always told that great hair comes from expensive shampoos, fancy conditioners, all the stuff we put on it. But what if the real secret, the real game changer, is actually what we put in our bodies? Well, today we're getting right to the root of the problem and breaking down exactly what your hair is crying out for. Let's dive in.
So let's just tackle the big question head on, the one that probably brought you here. Why am I losing my hair? It's a scary feeling, right? Seeing more hair in the brush, in the shower drain. But trust me, just understanding what's going on is the first and honestly the most powerful step you can take. And the very first thing to do, just take a breath. Don't panic. Because here's the thing. For most of us, this isn't some scary, irreversible condition. More often than not, it's actually something we have a whole lot of control over, and we're about to show you exactly how. Okay, so to figure this all out, we need to play detective for a minute. We've got to investigate the scene and line up the usual suspects. Because before you can find the real culprit behind your hair fall, you got to know who all the players are. So here's our lineup. We've got nutritional issues, classic stress, hormonal changes, and even things from the outside world, like pollution in our daily lifestyle. Any one of these can definitely play a part, but it turns out there's one that's way, way more of a primary offender than all the others. So which one is it? I mean, stress is a big deal, hormones are powerful, for sure, but the evidence is getting clearer and clearer, and it all points to one single factor that stands head and shoulders above the rest: nutrition, what you eat. And this right here, this is the key. The single biggest reason for hair loss, in most cases, is a nutritional deficiency. And you know what? That is fantastic news. Why? Because it's the one thing on that list that we have direct, daily control over.
So what does that actually mean? Well, think of your hair like you're building a house. If you suddenly stop the supply of bricks and wood and concrete, which are your vitamins and proteins, what happens? The whole structure gets weak, right? It's the same with your hair. It gets thin, it gets brittle, and eventually it just starts to fall.
All right, we've found the root cause. So now for the good part, the solution. It's time to open up the nutritional toolkit and look at the exact building blocks your body needs to construct strong, healthy, resilient hair from the inside out. First up, and I can't stress this enough, protein. Your hair isn't just made of protein, it pretty much is protein, a special kind called keratin. So it's simple. If you don't give your body those protein building blocks, it literally cannot make new hair. It's that fundamental. Next, let's bring in the specialists, the vitamins. Think of them like specialized teams. First, you've got your foundation crew. Vitamin A keeps your scalp healthy, and vitamin C helps build collagen, which is like the scaffolding for your hair. Then you've got the growth and strength team. Biotin, you've probably heard of that one, and B12 get things growing and stop it from thinning. And finally, you've got your defense team, vitamins D and E, which help reduce hair fall and get that good blood circulation flowing to the follicles. And of course, you can't forget the essential support crew, the minerals. Iron is absolutely crucial to stop your hair from thinning out. And zinc? Zinc is like the master repairman on site, constantly working to fix and maintain healthy hair tissue. Without these two on the job, the whole project suffers. So we've looked at all these different building blocks, right? What's the one thing you should walk away with? It's this simple idea: healthy hair is built from within. We spend so much time and money on things we put on our hair, but true, lasting strength and health, that doesn't come from a bottle. It comes from your plate. And that really just leaves us with one final question. We've laid out the entire blueprint. We know what your hair is literally made of and what it's craving to be healthy. So now that you know, what are you going to feed yours?